Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sports Park Weekwood at the University of Leeds for this afternoon's Women's Super League game between the Leeds Rhinos and the York City Knights. Matt Horton here this afternoon. Shannon Lacey will be alongside me very, very shortly indeed as Leeds look to build on that 16-10 victory over Castleford in the Coral Challenge Cup final last weekend. A little bit different conditions to that afternoon in Bolton. There's no rain, it's a lovely warm day here in Leeds. Bit of a breeze blowing down the ground, but that shouldn't have too much of an effect. York come here bottom of the Super League table. They played last Friday in the Women's Shield final. They lost that game to the British Army. It's a third meeting between these two sides this year. Leeds winning in the Challenge Cup by 70 points to nil at the end of May. The start on the road to Bolton. Then a week after, again up at York, it finished 50 points to nil. Let's run through the side. So we'll start with York, who have Ellie Farrow at fullback, Georgia Taylor in 5, Betty Lambert in 2, Ashley Hyde at 4, 18 Kate Thompson. The halfbacks, Mary Tiplady wearing 9, and Katie Langan at scrum half. Up front, Beverly Langan, Sam Boys in 11 starts at hooker, and Carly Hilton is the other prop. The back three, Emily Farrow in 12, Daisy Sanderson in 13, and Alicia Clayton locks the scrum in jumper 15. On the bench, 21, Christy Williams, 20, Annika Asplund, Kelly Wood in 16, and Deanna Lambert in 17. The Rhinos looking to build, obviously, on that victory at Bolton last week. Caitlin Beavers is at fullback. Fran Goldthorpe, a try scorer last week on the wing. Chloe Kerrison and Sophie Robinson in the centres, and Sophie Nuttall on the wing. The halfbacks unchanged, Hannah Butler and Courtney Hill. Ellie Oldroyd, Tasha Gaines and Ness Harriman up front. Ellie Frayne, Shara Booth and Amy Staveley the back three. On the bench, Kira Bennett, Daniel Anderson, Danica Prim and Madison Loverick. Adam Cuthbertson looking forward to this game here this afternoon. Shannon Lacey is with us here this afternoon. Hello, Shannon.
Hi, you alright?
Yeah, good. Recovered from last weekend?
Yeah, so I got a knock to the head. Obviously, I'm out for this week, but looking to be back next week.
Yeah, it was a good night last Saturday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We celebrated well.
I know, I was there. If you remember.
I do, don't worry.
You do remember some of it. It's hard to get back up again after such a high, isn't it? It's back to the meat and drink now. Obviously, the aim is the grand final on the 13th of October. If you could have handpicked opposition today, no offence to York, but it probably would have been York you wanted to play the week after a Challenge Cup final, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but we're not changing how we play. We're not looking to do anything differently. We're just going to play how we always do, and hopefully build on the win from last week. Fantastic
defensive performance last week, wasn't it? I mean, I know Courtney got all the plaudits last week, didn't she, for her performance, but Fran Goldthorpe must have run her really, really close, because there was at least 3-4 occasions in that second half when she made that vital tackle on that wing.
Yeah, definitely. Fran were amazing last week, and that just shows she's only 16 and already she's so talented, obviously scoring the try last week as well. I think as a whole, as the team, we defended amazingly, like stuff that we put into practice at training, building up to the final, and yeah, it really did pay off.
Now, I know there's been a little bit of fun and games this week with the girls. Are you one of the 12 that made the trip on Tuesday night to the tattoo parlour?
Oh, no.
No, you're not one of them, no?
No, I wasn't one of them.
All right, you're one of the sensible ones then.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, oh, well, Sophie Robinson's fault, isn't it?
Oh, I heard it was Danica Prim.
No, it's Sophie's fault, honestly.
All Sophie.
It's Sophie's idea, because obviously she's off to Australia very soon, isn't it?
Oh, so yeah, actually, yeah, it was Sophie's idea.
It was Sophie's idea, there you go.
Bit of a leaving present for her.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. York then, bottom of Super League. We've played them in the Challenge Cup, played them in the league the week after, 70-50-0 wins, but that's done now, isn't it? They've improved the side since then, and it's all starting about fresh and starting and dominating early doors, isn't it?
Yeah, we never take anything away from York. Obviously, they always come to put on a show. They are a Super League team. They are in our league, so obviously they are here to prove a point, but we are also here to prove that we want to build on from last week and our amazing win in the Challenge Cup, so just have to see how it goes.
And it's about finishing in that top 4, getting a home semi-final as well.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, a home semi-final for the grand final. Get a good crowd down, it'd be great.
So the two teams make their way out onto the field here at Wheatwood. First time I've been up to Wheatwood, I'll be honest. It's a massive pitch, isn't it? It's a lot bigger than the pitch that York play on, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a really big in-goal as well, which Courtney likes to use for his kicks, which will probably help our wingers, Fran and Sophie Nuttall, I think, to score them tries down on the wing.
So it will be the Rhinos to get us underway, playing from left to right. It will be Courtney to get us underway. The York girls are just going to go into a huddle before we get underway. I mean, they had a big loss to the British Army last week in the plate final, and they're going to want to respond from that, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. We're obviously great for York to get into the final. They were very unfortunate to lose to the Army, but exactly, they're going to want to come today to prove a point, and they're not going to let us down easy.
So we're almost ready to get underway here at the Sports Park Wheatwood. It is the Women's Super League here on the Rhinos YouTube and Facebook. Matt Horton and Shannon Lacey with you here this afternoon as our referee blows time on, and we are underway here. Deep kick has bounced awkwardly. Ooh, well taken, and York will get first use of the football this afternoon, and they'll get just short of the 20 as Boys at dummy half goes out to the right hand side. Boys again. York shift a couple, and it's Daisy Sanderson. We'll come out to this left hand side now. Ball dropped back on the inside, and Carly Hilton gets 15 short of halfway. It's a good shift, but it's a good hit as well. As on the last tackle, kick comes in. Caitlin Beavers fields easily 25 away from the line and immediately gets to that left edge, and it's not a bad opening set defensively, is it?
No, definitely not. We really do push with our defensive efforts, so it's good to see that they didn't quite manage to make it past the 40-metre line.
Fran Goldthorpe gets over halfway. Tasha Gaines sitting field to Ellie Oldroyd, trying to get the arm free but can't. It's Tasha Gaines at dummy half. Here is Courtney Hill, drops it off to Ness Harriman. Good quick play, the ball leads on the front foot already here as Tasha gets to the 20-metre line on the last tackle. Let's see if Courtney is going to use these big in goals as the kick goes across field. And it's been dropped. Fran Goldthorpe just can't get there. And it's going to be a goal line dropout, and good kick. Great start.
Yeah, definitely. We love to use our kicks. Obviously, Courtney, absolutely amazing kicker. So I know her and Fran have a good relationship in the sense that she always seems to know where Fran is for them kicks. So we should hopefully see some good tries today.
And that kick proved very fruitful last week, the opener. So pressure building on the City Knights already with the goal line dropout. It's not gone that far, and Leeds will start 10-0. It's been spilled. Great hit. Great tackle.
Yeah, pretty unlucky there, but let's just see how York managed to regroup.
So City Knights, ball in hand into centre field. Sam Boys in at dummy half. A lot of drop-off plays so far from York. Both half-backs getting their hands on the ball really early.
Yeah, they're obviously trying to pick us apart, but I think our defence is holding well. We're covering each other, so see if they can make any breaks.
10 short halfway as Boys at dummy half to this left-hand side. Here is Carly Hilton again. And York make the halfway line on this set. Boys at dummy half. Goes to this right hand side and letting the ball do the talking as Ashley Hyde beats a tackle, and change coming already. On the last tackle, kick goes cross field. Just bounced a little bit awkwardly there for Sophie Nuttall. She gets away from one, can't get away from the second, and big hit there from Deanna Limbert, who's just got out there, as Sophie Robinson picks them from dummy half. Gains. Infield. It's Courtney Hill now. Leeds looking to get some shape, and it's Ellie Oldroyd with the carry. 10 inside the York half. Gains, goes to the left hand side. Here's Courtney Hill again. Down that left hand side for Chloe Kerrison on the last tackle. Here is Courtney Hill. High, challenging, testing kick for Ellie Farrow, and she's done well there, Ellie Farrow. Looks to get on the outside and almost gets away, and done well to stay on the island there.
Yeah, really good running there, but also good from our Sophie Nuttall and Sophie Robinson to defend that, and pretty unlucky not to get her in touch.
So, here come City Knights. This is Deanna Limbert with the carry. It's boys weights at dummy half. Here are these halfbacks again, seeing a lot of ball. Katie Langan that time gets it away. But again, it's good defence from the Rhinos. Couple short of halfway on the last tackle. Kick comes in from Sam Boys, and Fran Goldthorpe plenty of time to collect. Looks to find a gap in that City Knights defence, and again starting in good field position, aren't we?
Yeah, we're retrieving his kicks well. Obviously Fran, Caitlin and Sophie Nuttall at the back. We're just looking to now push on.
Caitlin Beaver's getting to halfway. She's off to Down Under at the end of the year. Leeds 12 inside the York halfers. Tasha Gaines at dummy half. To Hannah Butcher. Hannah taking the line on, gets it away to Robinson. Here's Nuttall down the outside. Chance here. Sophie Nuttall for the corner will score, and Leeds are in. 6 minutes on the clock. Sophie Nuttall down that left hand side. Hannah Butcher started it all off with the offload. Great start, great try.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Sophie Nuttall, she's not normally a winger since the injury from Suze Hill. She's stepped in. Bit of a utility player. She can play wherever we need her.
So, great start for the Rhinos. Lead by 4 points to 0. Fifth try of the season for Sophie Nuttall, that. As Courtney Hill lines up this conversion attempt. Nominated for the Checker Trade Hour League Try of the Week. Courtney this week. Don't think it won. I think one of the witness guys won it. As Hill with his conversion attempt. Got chances. Nah, it's just drifted across the face of the post. Coming up to 8.5 gone here then at Wheatwood. The Rhinos lead by 4 points to 0. Good start.
Yeah, great start. Obviously a bit unlucky there with a kick, but we'll just look to keep completing sets and obviously build from this.
Just waiting for the kicking tee. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Weekwood. Leeds leading by 4 points to 0 thanks to a Sophie Nuttall try. Matt Horton and Shannon Lacey here with you this afternoon as Robinson with the carry and the big fend. She's going to be a big miss when she goes to Australia, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely. I think you ever ask anyone about Sophie Robinson, they'll say about how crazy her footwork is. She's probably one of the hardest people to grab or tackle. But yeah, she'll definitely be a massive miss when she moves over to Australia.
Here's Amy Staveley. I'm scared of her, I'll be honest. Sophie, yeah, I'm scared of her. If she tells me it's Monday today, it's Monday. As gains at dummy half, gets it to Hill. Here is Shara Booth, and Booth gets it away. And Leeds looking to go back to back here as Kerrison goes cross field. As Gaines at dummy half goes on her own. Gaines is through, big chance here for Tash Gaines. Can she get over? And a penalty offside is given against one of the markers. Surely going to roll from here.
Yeah, we like to utilise Tash in that if we see that the markers are being lazy or not getting up quick enough, we always like Tash to just go herself, and she was really unlucky to not score there, but hopefully the penalty means that we can build something from it.
Ness Harriman with the carry gets 5 away as Gaines at dummy half comes to the right to Butcher. Here is Sophie Robinson, and that's too easy, and Leeds are in. Second try of the afternoon. 11 minutes on the clock. Sophie Robinson gets over off the back of the penalty, and as simple as they come, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, just nice easy push support from each other, little tip on from Hannah Butcher, meant that Sophie could just go over in corner.
So 8-0. The Rhinos are ahead here at the moment. So as Courtney lines up this conversion of time, it must be better now you're getting some more consistent fixtures coming towards this back end of the year, because early on in the year there's lots of weeks off, isn't there, and gaps, and now it seems to be week after week after week, break for the Challenge Cup final, and then it's all the way into the grand final, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously sometimes if you have a week out you lose a bit of momentum, but obviously now looking into his last couple of fixtures, a fair few of them at home as well, so we're really lucky in that sense. But yeah, just definitely looking to build.
Yeah, Courtney having an off day with the boot so far. 8-0 Leeds lead here at the moment, and then don't forget in a couple of weeks it is that Challenge Cup final rematch at Emerald Headingley on the 17th, 1pm kickoff. Excited to be playing back down at Emerald Headingley?
Yeah, it's always amazing to get the opportunity to play down at Headingley. Leeds Rhinos are really good to us in that sense. Yeah, it's definitely always great to play on the same pitch as the men.
You can get your tickets for that one now at tickets.therhinos.co.uk. Saturday the 17th, big girls festival taking place at Emerald Headingley that afternoon. As the City Knights gets us underway again, it's been missed and it's been covered eventually. And Leeds start 18 short of halfway as the last try scorer, Sophie Robinson, goes and gets 8 short of halfway. Oh, knock on given. I think the ball just bounced into Sophie, didn't it? So it's always going to call that.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there. It didn't look like the ball actually touched the floor, but we have to go with what the referee calls.
So we'll pack this scrum. 10 inside the Rhinos half. Plenty of people turned out here this afternoon on a nice afternoon in Leeds. As Kerrison with the tackle. As Boys at dummy half goes on her own. Chance here maybe for York to get themselves on the board as Langan has unfortunately lost it. And Leeds are going to get head and feed. I think he's given a forward pass there, hasn't he? Gains from the bit of the scrum. Here is Amy Staveley on the charge, and she gets 10 short of halfway. Again, easy yards again. She's making hay Tash at the moment, isn't she?
Yeah, like I said before, if Tasha sees that there's a space, she'll go for it.
Chance down this right-hand side. Oh, great cover tackle on Sophie Nuttall from Ashley Hyde. But again, good ball movement, letting the ball do the talking.
Yeah, we do like to ship the ball and obviously play to his width. Obviously, York aren't used to a pitch this big or this wide, so we're going to try and utilise that and hopefully have some fun down them sides.
So third scrum in quick succession. 16 gone. 8-0 the Rhinos lead. Some Boys has lost a boot, but she's going to carry on regardless. Just throws the boot to one side to pick it up and carry on, and she's just left the boot where it is.
Yeah, there does seem to be a rogue boot in the middle of the field. Not quite sure whose it is. I think we found it.
Yeah. Good tackle from Chloe Kerrison. Last tackle there, 5 short of halfway. Kicked high. Claimed by Courtney Hill. And again, starting in the right area of the field.
Yeah, we always seem to find ourselves just at the halfway point.
Ellie Frayne will play it just over halfway as Tash Gaines at dummy half comes to this right hand side. Gaines again at dummy half. Here's Hannah Butcher, Amy Staveley on the charge, and wrapped up 30 out. Gaines at dummy half. It's in the hands of Courtney Hill now as Chloe Kerrison gets to the 20 on the last tackle. Sophie Robinson's got the hands up on this right hand side. Here is Courtney Hill, crossfield kick. Here comes the chase. It's been taken in the field of play, and it should be a goal line dropout. Great chase, and get the repeat set.
Yeah, great defence there. Obviously, Sophie Robinson and Sophie Nuttall working together there to put her in their own in goal. So hopefully we can build from this.
So back-to-back sets for the Rhinos. Back in action again next Sunday. Featherstone are the visitors here. It's Courtney Hill. Gets it to Ellie Oldroyd. And Leeds start 20 out again as Tash Gaines at dummy half to Hannah Butcher. Here's Ellie Frayne on the drop off. 12 out. Gaines to that left hand side. Harriman now. Options left and right. Gaines to the right to Butcher. Hannah Butcher's going to go on her own, and Hannah Butcher is in. Third try of the afternoon for the Rhinos. 19 minutes on the clock, and Hannah Butcher just arced out on the line. Everybody run good lines on the outside just to create that indecision, and Hannah Butcher is the one to profit from it, and it's a third Leeds try of the afternoon. And although Hannah scored that try, that's been made by the two Sophies on the outside sticking to the lines and just attracting the attention of the defenders, wasn't it?
No, yeah, definitely. If you look, we're in the middle of the field and we had it set either way, and then obviously the good push support from either side makes the defenders second guess what Hannah's going to do, which just meant that there were a gap there for her to slot in.
So 12-0, the Rhinos lead here coming up to quarter time. Adam Cuthbertson still not made any changes. It is quite a warm afternoon here up at Wheatwood. Looks pretty relaxed, does the boss at the moment. Laughing and joking with the subs on the sideline.
Yeah, not like last week. We were a little bit anxious last week on the sidelines. Yeah, looks pretty relaxed. Obviously, coming away from a good win on Friday night against Huddersfield.
Yeah, great win for the men on Friday night, 44-0 at the John Smith Stadium. Sets everything up nicely for the visit of Catalan on Friday night. So, let's see if Courtney Hill can find the kicking boots. No, drifted to the right-hand side this time. She'll be filthy with herself, won't she, Courtney?
Yeah, Courtney really prides herself in a kicking game. Obviously, you've seen the kick from the touchline in the final last week. It's not like Courtney at all to be missing kicks, so she won't be happy with herself, and she'll look to hopefully not miss another one.
We won't forget that one at St Helens in the semi-final off the sideline. That was a massive, massive kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely absolute blinder. I think that was from Caitlin Beaver's full-length try. But yeah, amazing kick.
Yeah, these York girls not in a rush to get back to halfway. So if you're just joining us here, welcome to Wheatwood. Matt Horton and Shannon Lacey here with you this afternoon. As Leeds lead by 12 points to 0 as Hannah Butcher gets it away for Wes Harriman and play the balls quick though, and again they're going to try this right hand side as Butcher to Robinson. Oh, Sophie Nuttall just couldn't bring it in. But again, loads of chances down these edges, isn't there?
Yeah, but obviously I think that was only the second or third tackle, so there is loads of options, but probably best to just leave that till maybe the fourth tackle and obviously look to push a little bit more then.
So City Knights get ball in hand first time in about 10 minutes that they've had the ball as Ellie Farrow. So 12 inside the Leeds half as Mary Tiplady at dummy half this time jumps out to that right hand side, and here's Langan. Good play from City Knights. Emily Farrow this time held up, and they'll try this short side, and it's the best set York have had so far. It's the furthest downfield they've been ball in hand on this last tackle. What options have they got now? Just a little unorganised that, wasn't it? And that was easy for Shara Booth, and just unorganised on that last play York there, weren't they?
Yeah, a little bit scrappy. Obviously they were in a good field position which they probably could have utilised, but unfortunately a little bit of a scramble, and good defence from us, good pressure on the kicker meant that they couldn't really get away.
It's Caitlin Beavers looks to get away. She's only got one to beat, and it's a good tackle from Ellie Farrow as Leeds rotate the props. As Gaines gets it to Butcher. Here is Ellie Frayne, and Kira Bennett gets out there now, so that's the front row rotated. 24 minutes gone, and if you're a York City Knights player, it's the last thing you want to see is a change of front row from the Rhinos, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously Cuthbert likes to rotate the props and the forwards, that were always nice and fresh. But yeah, Danielle Anderson and Danica Preem coming on now, so very strong runners, both played for England as well, so not really something York could be looking forward to tackling.
And Madison Laverick's just sneaked out there as well for Amy Staveley. So Cuthbert making 4 changes at one go.
Yeah, Madison Laverick's first game back for us since her injury. She played for the academy earlier this week, but she's obviously really looking forward to being back out here.
Ellie Frayne, the one who's down at the moment. A little bit of concern on the face of the trainer, and it's going to be safety first. And I think Amy Staveley's just come off. She's just getting the fingers taped up by Cuthbert. I think she might be going straight back on.
Yeah, Amy Staveley's not one to like to being off the field. She's very keen, very good player. Yeah, she won't like to be off for long.
Yeah, and Amy's straight back out there. Let's hope Elle's okay. So Bennett at dummy half now, gets it to Hill. Here's Caitlin Beavers into the line and gets it on that far side to Fran Goldthorpe. Chance for Goldthorpe down that left-hand side, and 8 out away from the line as Bennett at dummy half gets it to Courtney Hill. Just been dropped and chance has gone. A little bit of white line fever maybe for Chloe Kerrison there.
Yeah, really unlucky there. She'll hopefully be looking to push on and eventually get on the scoreline, but we'll just look to defend now.
So coming up to 27 minutes gone. York with ball in hand. And they've made it to the 30 in 3 tackles as Sam Boys gets into dummy half again. Going 2 out. Good shift that time, but easily read by the Rhinos defence. They've made it to the 30-metre line. And that's an error. Generous, that call. Looked to knock on.
Yeah, bit of a weird one that.
Last tackle. Kick comes in and it's going to find the sideline, and York will get a chance to regroup the defence. And we'll pack this scrum 20 inside the Rhinos half. 12 points to 0 if you are just joining us. Sophie Nuttall, Sophie Robinson and Hannah Butcher with the tries so far here this afternoon. So pack this scrum 5 short of halfway. Big charge from Danielle Anderson. Gets to halfway. Butcher at dummy half. Here's Danica Prim's first carry of the afternoon. She of course made her comeback from her injury in the cup match at York back at the end of May. As Hill goes wide to Shara Booth, and Booth's got away. Big chance here for Shara Booth, and Shara Booth is, well, eventually going to get the 4th Rhinos try of the afternoon. Big run from Shara Booth, selected in the England squad this week as well. And it's Shara's 4th try of the season, and Leeds lead by 16 points to 0.
Yeah, great running there from Shara. Obviously she's, as you said, she's been selected now for the Papua New Guinea tour, which is obviously amazing, her being called back up into the national performance squad. But yeah, absolutely class player and a really good friend of mine.
So 16-0, the Rhinos lead. Stick around at half-time. We are going to be getting to know Shara Booth during the half-time interval, so stick around. So Courtney Hill, first kick from the other side of the post, has been unsuccessful with all three so far. As Hill then with the kick has missed again. Oh, very rare. I don't think I've ever seen her miss 4 kicks in a game.
I know, I've never really seen Courtney like this. Hopefully she'll find a kicking game again, but she definitely will not be happy with herself.
16-0, the Rhinos lead here at Wheatwood. Just looking to my right at these York City Knight players, and body language is bad, isn't it? I think that's the nicest way we can put it, isn't it?
Yeah, all look to be just walking back nice and slow, but games like this, you need to keep your body language up. You need to carry on pushing through. Obviously, there's only 10 minutes left till half time where they can regroup.
So 16-0 to the Rhinos. Matt Horton and Shannon Lacey here with you this afternoon. You trying to get Lois to take over then? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call Lois over. Lois.
York get us back underway as Chloe Kerrison fields. Butcher at dummy half finds Danica Prim. Danica Prim gets a couple short of halfway as Butcher at dummy half. Drops it off to Daniel Anderson. Anderson with an offload to Booth. Good offload to Goldthorpe, and it's good cover from the City Knights as Butcher at dummy half. Infield to Courtney Hill. Here is Anderson again. Daniel Anderson is just outside the 20-metre line, and Leeds have got a chance to get some shape here. Here is Laverick, and keeps going 5 away from the line on the last tackle. Butcher comes to this right hand side. Courtney Hill just drops it onto the floor. Here comes Sophie Nuttall. Here's Sophie Robinson, and it's Sophie Robinson who's picked her second try up of the afternoon. 32.5 minutes gone off the kick from Courtney Hill. You mentioned the big in goal, Shannon, earlier, and there you go. It's just proved its worth, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And the Rhinos lead by 20 points to 0. She's not going to bail you out, is she? She's ditchy, hasn't she?
No, she's coming to take over after half time, don't worry.
Ah, right.
Thought we'd split it in half.
There you go. So another tough kick for Courtney Hill. Out on this right hand touchline. 0 from 4 off the boot so far this afternoon. So here is Courtney, kicks on its way. This one looks better. Oh, it's hit the post and bounced out. as we close in on half-time. 6 minutes to half-time here at Wheatwood. The Rhinos lead by 20 points to 0. That were unlucky, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, really unlucky. It seems to be getting closer though each time, so hopefully the next one might mean it goes over the sticks instead of hitting the bar.
Who is the backup goal kicker?
We've got a few. I think Caitlin Beavers can kick goals. Tasha Gaines can also kick goals as well. I think we've seen in the final, Danielle Anderson kicked in field actually, so she might be a dark horse as well.
Props like kicking though, don't they?
Yeah, we love to kick, but we're not allowed.
Correct. So we're back underway as Hannah Butcher fields the kickoff, and here is the wannabe kicker Daniel Anderson. Gets it away to Danica Prim, and here's Caitlin Beavers. And 10 short of halfway again. It's another good starting position for the Rhinos as Butcher at dummy half gets it to Prim, and Prim is a couple inside the York half as Butcher goes one way, goes back to the left, and Hill as Booth then changes the direction again, and Charlotte Booth sticks the head down and gets 15 inside the York half as Butcher waits at dummy half. Pops it up to Danica Prim, and Danica Prim's trying to offload, and she's done well to hang on to that. Options left and right. They're going to come to the right with Loverick on the 20-metre line. Last tackle. Going to this left-hand side as Courtney Hill puts the kick up. Tester here. Goldthorpe jump ball, and ball's come out. It's gone dead, and I think a knock-on's going to be ruled against Fran Goldthorpe at a turnover. But again, so dangerous in those situations, Fran, isn't she?
Yeah, like you've seen in the final, obviously. That little kick from Courtney meant that Fran could get over. But as I said before, Fran and Courtney seem to have some sense of each other. Courtney always seems to know where Fran's going to be, which obviously benefits us.
So we'll pack this scrum 10 away from the line as we get towards half-time. Don't forget, at half-time, we'll be getting to know Shara Booth, selected in the England squad this week as well. Was that a knock-on in the back of the scrum? It was. It's been spotted by the referee, and Leeds have been gifted field position again and surely be looking to strike here.
Yeah, definitely. We're in a really good position here. Hopefully put on some of the plays that we've been practicing in training. Obviously we're in a good position, so let's see how it pans out.
I was going to say, here's the chance to take one off the paddock, and here is Courtney Hill, gets it to Butcher. Robinson on a hat-trick to Nuttall. Nuttall for the corner. He's going to get her second try as well. 37 minutes on the clock. Second try of the afternoon for Sophie Nuttall. And the Rhinos lead by 24 points to 0. Probably didn't quite look like it does on the training paddock, that though, did it?
No, a little bit scrappy there. A bit of a long throw from Sophie Robinson, but thankfully Sophie Nuttall has quite safe hands and the ability to just catch whatever's thrown at her.
Don't think Courtney will be thanking her for that, scoring in the corner again. It's another difficult kick.
I know, fingers crossed she gets this one.
More or less got the radar in tune for the last one that hit the post.
Yeah, might hopefully just get over.
And 0 from 5 for Courtney Hill this afternoon. It's a very rare occurrence. So Courtney Hill goes through the usual routine. Pulled that one, and yes, there we go. Radar's on.
Amazing now. Hopefully the streak of missed kicks are over. Courtney will be a little bit happy with herself now.
The way it set off, I thought she'd hooked it right across the face of the post, but
Yeah, it didn't look like it were going over at first, but
did it?
We got there.
It got there. Flags are up first time this afternoon, 26-0. The Rhinos lead here at Wheatwood as we get towards half-time. Obviously our clock is for information only. So closing in on half-time here up at Wheatwood, 26-0. The Rhinos lead. As Sophie Robinson, oh, look at that fend. Here she goes down this right-hand touchline and one to beat. Oh, she's been dragged into touch though. Great defence again from Ellie Farrow. It's the second time she's saved the day, but what about that fend?
I don't know where this fender's come from, but it looks stronger than some of our forwards' fends, so we might have a bit of competition here.
Can't have the back setting the standards for the forwards, can you?
I know, making us look a little bit rubbish, but yes, I really don't know where this fender's come from Sophie Robinson. She's kept that one quiet.
So York get the scrum 10 short halfway as we get into injury time at the end of this first half. We did have the injury to Ellie Frayne a little bit earlier on. So York with ball in hand. Here is Annika Asplund. As they get to halfway. Penalty, second one of the afternoon against Danica Prim for not clearing the road. I'm not quite sure where Danica could go there. She was lied on top of her.
Yeah, no, not quite sure why he gave that penalty. I think Danica looks a little bit confused herself, but looks like Madison's injured as well, Madison Laverick. Like I said, it's the first game back. She's just made 3 tackles there from marker. Really unfortunate. Let's hope she's all right.
She's just been a little bit winded looking at it. And again, just going to do the safe thing and just going to take her off for a breather. And
yeah, hopefully she'll be back on the field.
yeah, Nass Harriman gets back out there. Oh, big hit, forces the ball free. Superb hit that from Chloe Kerrison. Lined up, sticks the shoulder in. Wow, big hit that.
Yeah, great tackle there from Chloe Kerrigan. We do pride her on her defensive work. She has got the ability to put a good shot on.
So maybe one last chance before half time for the Rhinos. They'll start 5 short of halfway. Butcher from the base of the scrum gets out to this right edge, tries to dummy and go, offloads to Caitlin Beavers, does well to collect that, and a couple of the York players querying the catch there from Caitlin, but touch judge said no, referee said no, and it's Big D from the Knights. Courtney Hill drops it off to Amy Stavely. As Bennett at dummy half gets it to Daniel Anderson.
Nice little show and go there from Danny.
See what's different with that one, with the one Danica's just had. As down this right hand side again, Soph Robinson's on a hat trick. Is it here? It is. No, she's short. Just short. No, it's been given. It has been given. It is a hat trick for Sophie Robinson in the first half. Time off's been called. Picked an injury up in the act of scoring, and let's hope a couple of players have been injured in here, and let's hope everybody's okay.
Yeah, nice little hat trick there from Sophie. Obviously, we seem to be beating them down this side each time. Not quite sure what what's happened with Sophie, but we did hear a little scream, so hopefully nothing too serious.
And let's hope it isn't too bad. Players down.
Not looking too good. The medic's running on now.
Medic's on the way out as well, so this isn't looking too good for Sophie Robinson, injured in the act of scoring that third try. Just trying to see touch judge and referee just having a chat. Not sure there was anything in it, was there really?
No, it didn't look like it was anything. I think it was just the screams from Sophie that made us realise that something had actually happened.
So all attention is with Sophie at the moment.
Our girls are going back into the changing rooms now, probably just to keep warm and get ready to come back out.
Could really be half time, to be fair.
Oh yeah, half time.
And I think this is going to be a while, I think. So let's hope everything is okay for Sophie. Adam Cuthbertson looks pretty concerned as well.
See Sophie Robinson's granddad coming around the field now. Probably going to check, see how she is.
Yeah. So the players are leaving the field at the moment. That's not good. Gas and air's on its way, so doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
So touch judges are on the way in.
They're looking to bring the ambulance over.
So there is going to be a bit of a delay while this happens at the moment. We'll just review what's happened in this first half. Rhinos getting ahead after 7 minutes. Sophie Nuttall crossing in the corner. Then 4 minutes later, Sophie Robinson getting her first try of the game. Then Hannah Butcher on 20 minutes. Charlotte Booth with a barnstorming run 7 minutes later. Then on the half hour, a second for Robinson. Then a second for Sophie Nuttall. And then Sophie Robinson getting this third try more or less on half time, but she has picked up what could be a pretty nasty injury in there where all the medicals are out there at the moment, and we're just hoping everything's going to be okay. There is quite a bit of concern on everybody's faces down there at the moment, and both teams have left the field at the moment, so we are going to have quite a bit of a break here at Wheatwood at the moment while we get everything sorted out for Sophie. Just trying to get the gate open at the moment, aren't they? Now they've got the key. That's a good start. Let's just hope it's not too serious, and we hope this isn't the way that it's all going to finish for Sophie with a off to Australia very soon as well.
Yeah, no, definitely not. The last thing we want is one of our key players being injured, but not only that, obviously with Sophie leaving and going to Australia, she will want to finish on a high, hopefully at against Castleford, up at Headingley, and we're just hoping that even this injury alone means that she can still go to Australia.
So the ambulance is on its way on. So hope it's not leg related. Yeah, here is the ambulance on its way around. So the ambulance has made it round. You aren't missing anything here at Wheatwood. We are at a pause in proceedings while we get everything sorted out for Sophie. As we say, let's hope there isn't an effect, and obviously she's all right to be on that plane in just under a month's time.
Yeah, she's really looking forward to it. Obviously the opportunities that she's going to get over there, so hopefully crossing all my fingers for her that this doesn't jeopardise anything that she has planned.
So we aren't officially at half time at the moment. Just to let you know, we are just waiting on medical treatment for Sophie Robinson at the moment. Both teams have left the field, and I think the best way to say is that play is suspended at the moment here up at Wheatwood. So welcome back to Wheatwood. We are still at a suspension in play at the moment as we make sure that Sophie Robinson gets the best medical care possible. We are just waiting for an ambulance to arrive so we can get her off down to hospital. Hat-trick scorer today as well. So we are just waiting for an ambulance at the moment. We are going to be getting back underway, but we just don't know how long we're going to be waiting for the ambulance to get here at the moment. So that's where we are at the moment. Leeds leading 30 points to nil. Play has been suspended here at Wheatwood while we wait for the ambulance to arrive. So sorry about that delay. Welcome back to the sports park here at Wheatwood. It's currently 30 points to nil to the Rhinos, but unfortunately that is as far as it's going to go here this afternoon due to the serious injury to Sophie Robinson. We are still waiting for an ambulance to get here. Don't worry, she is getting the best possible care here at Wheatwood at the moment. Both coaches and the referee have agreed that because of the delay it's going to be too long. So that's it, we're going to end things here this afternoon. What happens with the result and everything like that is not a decision for me to make. It will be obviously handled by the Rugby Football League in the week. Thanks to Shannon Lacey for joining us on the call this afternoon. It has been good fun. Shannon's with Sophie at the moment, just making sure that everything is okay. So 30-0, it's finished here this afternoon. Tries for Sophie Nuttall, Hannah Butcher, Shara Booth, 2 for Sophie Nuttall and a hat-trick for Sophie Robinson. The injury coming in the act of scoring that last try. Just one goal for Courtney Hill, 1 from 6 off the boot for Courtney this afternoon. That's probably the one downside of this afternoon, plus this serious injury to Sophie as well. On behalf of everybody watching here, I wish Sophie a very, very speedy recovery indeed. And thanks for your company here on the Rhinos Facebook and YouTube channels this afternoon. To take us out, don't go away, we've got a little bit of a special feature for you. We're going to spend the next 8 or 9 minutes getting to know Shara Booth.
We're here at Leeds Rugby Academy, the home of Leeds Rhinos, and I'm joined by Shara Booth, one of my teammates who've just finished training, and we're going to get to know you for the next 5 minutes or so. So I know you've already told me you don't like this question, but I'm going to kick off with it. How did you get into rugby? So tell me a bit about your background of getting into our great sport.
So I played football throughout the whole of my childhood, from 6 right up until 18. Fell out of the game, pretty much lost the love of it, and one of my friends said, why don't you start rugby? So like, yeah, why not? I played a season at juniors, so it was quite familiar to me. I'd always been a vivid Bradford fan, so it seemed, why not? Give it a crack, and here I am, sort of 7 years later.
So started at Bradford Clayton, as they were called at the beginning, and then moved on to be a Bradford Bull. So, what made you from rivalries? I know I did it, and I had my reasons for doing it. What made you make that switch from Bradford to Leeds?
I think for me, I were a bit stagnant in how I were performing. I wanted to challenge myself. I definitely wanted to challenge myself in terms of leadership, and I wanted to be part of something new. And I knew a lot of youngsters were coming down to the club, and I thought it'd be a real opportunity for me to step up as a leader, get out of my comfort zone at Bradford and kick on, yeah.
And you've done that, coming from within, you've taken a big leadership role. So reflecting on last year's Challenge Cup, looking ahead to this weekend's Challenge Cup, what was the day like last year, and what are you hoping for this weekend?
Oh, it was mint last year. Like it was so good. I think so you can remember, and just such fond memories that I think will last and live with me forever. So I think kicking on into Saturday, we're hoping to sort of match that, if not beat that. It's just going to be great from literally the week leading up, the vibe around camp, and just, I don't know, there's just a buzz in a final week, and I think it's just so nice to be part of something big with a collective of girls that you're dead close to. It's just, yeah, unreal.
I think as well, for us last year, it was a bit of creating history. Again, this year, it's about history again, because it's 2 on the bounce, and it's a bit nostalgic, innit? And I think Challenge Cup finals are something that you've got bragging rights on for a year. So, yeah, great memories, and something that you're really looking forward to. And what are your thoughts on it being a double header, a triple header with the men's semi-finals as well?
Yeah, it's exciting, and hopefully it's going to attract a good crowd, and hopefully it's going to attract a crowd that have not seen women's rugby. Youngsters, maybe just, I don't know, a girl that's going to see the semis with a dad. She notices us, women actually play rugby, and hopefully we've inspired one girl. If we've done that, then I think we've done a pretty decent job. Yeah, job done. And so just a bit of a good week for you, good couple of weeks, got your call back up for the England Pathway squad. Took a little bit of time out, and
how's that? Is it exciting looking forward to the things that are up on the calendar for the internationals, and how did you receive that news?
Yeah, obviously, as a friend, it means a lot to me. I took a bit of time out with my mental health last year, took a back seat from international, so to get that call up from Craig Richards were, a dream come true. It's just about me setting up and working hard now and hopefully pushing on to either Australian Nines or the other overseas tours that are coming up.
Yeah, exciting year, an exciting couple of years in the run up to the World Cup 2021. So we've spoke quite a lot about rugby. What else away from rugby makes you tick? What do you like to do in your spare time?
Go for coffee.
Go for coffee.
Go for
well,
coffee.
You are a secret
Coffee
barista,
connoisseur.
aren't you?
Trained barista. Quite a dab hand at latte art, so I enjoy
latte
coffee.
art. So go on, what's your go-to coffee?
Flat white.
What about on a day like today, though? Would you still go flat white or would you go iced?
Split shot.
Pardon?
Split shot. So what they do, they run the shot into 2 little espresso cups.
Yeah.
One is a single espresso.
Yeah.
The other one is like an espresso with just a top of milk.
Right.
So like a macchiato and a split shot. It's just quick caffeine.
Lovely. Learned something new there, haven't I?
Love it.
I'm not as much of a coffee buff. All right then. So, hit me your best memory at Leeds. Can be a funny one, or a serious one.
Fruity. I think it's got to be. Do you know what? It's quite controversial. I think for me, it's the grand final, and that is very controversial because I think for me it just clicked that we were such a team after that loss. We just came together as a set of girls and we were just so there for each other. And although, it were a loss, it were like, I don't know, I just personally felt a real strong bond.
I think that's true. I think a great team's got to be able to win together and lose together and be able to bounce back from them losses. And I think playing in the final this week's shown that. So you've moved about a bit this year, so positionally. In honesty, I think you found your niche. I think you're very, very effective in the position that you're playing at second row. I want you to...
You're saying that for camera?
No, I'm saying it because I'm honest. So tell me something about someone in the pack with you. Tell me something interesting, something they've done that's stupid, or just throw someone under the bus.
Yeah, so obviously you know I have now joined the forward pack, which I'm very proud of. I've been dreaming of this moment forever. Being 5'3", it's, I'm quite happy with that. Shout out to my girl.
Go on.
Shannon Lacey.
The cannon.
The absolute cannon, absolute workhorse, absolute pocket rocket. She is she's just such a good person. She's so young, so talented and so hilarious. She loves Greggs.
She does. We're trying to wean her off though.
Yeah. She loves Greggs. She loves a steak bake. She loves... What's the...
She likes
bean and cheese?
No, she's not about that. I've asked her.
Not?
She's a steak bake and bacon roll kind of gal.
Right, okay.
But Shannon has been working hard.
Do you know what? If she
because
scores
we've been banning her from
she
Greggs.
scores at final, I'm going to get her a voucher.
Do they do vouchers?
Yeah.
A Greggs voucher. You better score, Shannon. No, she's been working hard and she's got into shape this season, hasn't she? She pushed on last season. Yeah. She pushed on this season and she got the call up.
Greggs are bankrupt, unfortunately.
Yeah, Greggs are going through a hard time.
Other pasty places are
available. But she got the call up to the pathway with you, which is such... You must be proud for you to be called up at the same time as her and kind of go on a journey together.
Yeah, it's dead nice. Like, we're not newbies together and me and Shannon get on at club level, so it's nice. And it's nice that she's like younger and like I said before with the leadership thing, it just gives me an opportunity to sort of help someone else out and you don't realise it does a lot for your game as well. So yeah, it's dead nice being around Shannon.
No, definitely. And last one to finish off, describe yourself in 3 words, please.
Weird.
Yes.
Goofy.
Have I looked into the camera?
Hench.